Hello, 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 hello. Hi everyone. It's just me, Jamie, right here. We had some technical difficulties, and actually those technical difficulties are actually the fact that Robin is in the middle of a callback right now, and we're still waiting for her to get out of it. So I thought I'd come in here and say hi just the same because I love you guys. And we have a really special guest coming in, Romaine of the DNR show. And Romaine likes to talk a little smack to us. So we're going to see how that goes. But if you're here, say hi. I want to know you're here because right now I feel all lonesome. So Romaine should be coming in soon. And before I do that, I need to do just a little quick theme song. Here we go. It's the show that nobody asked for, the only reason that we shower. If these ovaries could talk is live right now. Boom. Ah, God, I still have to fix that. I still have to fix that theme song. It drives me crazy. But all right, so this is interesting. I feel like I have my own talk show here. This is fun. All right, so Romaine Patterson. You guys might remember she came on our podcast a while ago, and she talked about how her wife and how her wife created their daughter Romy, and then that they were trying again soon. Can everybody hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Okay, good. Hi, yay! Hi, Sage. Hi, Emily. Hi, Brian from Ohio. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. So, you guys. So Romaine came and she told us her story, which was a wonderful story. If you haven't listened to it, you need to go back and you need to listen to it. I think it's called Romaine Talks Smack, because here's the thing. We have a little fun rivalry that we do. Derek and Romaine won the People's Choice Podcast Award 2 times before we came into the picture. Then we came into the picture. We got nominated randomly. We didn't even know we were going to get nominated. We got nominated, and we lost to Derek and Romaine. So maybe that was their second win. I'm not sure. Romaine's going to have to clarify that. So we lost to Derek and Romaine. And then they were so gracious. They reached out to us and they said, well, we want to extend an invitation to all of you who lost. And we want to extend it. And so they brought us onto their radio show, and we got to have a little interview with them. And Romaine told us, oh, no. When these words come out, she gave us the down low. She said, you need to start talking to your listeners and telling them to vote for you, go crazy on them, vote for you, which is what we did the next year. And guess what happened? We won. Thanks to you guys. Thanks to you, because you listened. And so, okay. Robin is literally commenting from the website. Thanks, Robin. Yes, I'm alone. This isn't awkward at all. Let me know I'm doing a really great job, please, guys. Robin, take it easy. Yeah, throwing hearts. Thanks for the hearts. Get your butt in here. But anyway, so we took the awards from Derek and Romaine, and I think they were kind of shocked. And so the next year, they stepped up their game even higher. They stepped it up, y'all. And they won. So we won 1. They had won 3 at this point. And I think if you win 4 times in that category, you get the category named after you. So this year we thought for sure, no way in hell are we going to win, because Romaine is going to pull out all the stops and make this happen. So that's why we were so very shocked when we won. We can't believe it. So I need to hear what happened with Romaine. And I don't know where she is. I don't know where anybody is. Somebody asked me a question, because here I am by my lonesome, just doing my whole thing. Yes, thanks, Robin. We won. So when Romaine gets in here, we are going to talk about the podcast awards and how we took the lead from her. Well, now we're 2-2, I think, unless they have 3. I don't even know, but maybe we'll get the category named after us. Who knows? Anyway, so what we also want to talk about, have any of you guys watched this new docuseries, Nuclear Family? It's on HBO. Let us know. Let me know if you let us know. Here I am all alone. Ooh, Donna Lee, how's the bus ride going? Good question, Donna Lee. You're never gonna believe it. So, do you guys remember? Did you guys know that I did you see that I made like a card for the first person who ever actually gets up off the bus for me? Um, so I made this card. And then right after I made the card, every single time we got on the bus after that, there were seats. Miraculously, there were seats. So I didn't have a chance to like use the card. Finally, last week, somebody stood up for us, and I gave her the card, and I was so proud. And she seemed genuinely. I thought it could go one of either ways, right? She could be like, this person could be like, ew, fuck you. Or they could have been like genuinely like touched. She was super touched. I was hoping she would tag our social media account so I could put a picture of her up, but she didn't. So nothing went with that. But yeah, thank you, Donnelly. Agreed. That was pretty awesome. And Robin, yes, you're bugging. No, I'm just kidding. You're not bugging me. Tell me what to do, Robin. But that was awesome. I got somebody to stand up for us. But today I literally had to hold my son in my arms, and there was a kid sitting on the outside seat and an empty seat for his bag next to him. And I could have been like, hey, kid, get up, let me use that seat, but I didn't. So that's on me too. Whatever. Okay. What is Robin saying? I have to go. I might be next. Hope to be there soon. She is also wearing plaid. That's hilarious. It's lesbians. Tomorrow is National Lesbian Day. Did you all know that? Did you know that tomorrow is National Lesbian Day? What's everybody doing for National Lesbian Day? It's a thing. You didn't know? All right. So let me tell you about Nuclear Family. Have you guys watched this show? And you know what else is really funny? I'm never the one in control on the controls, so this is interesting. Have you guys watched this documentary? It's a docuseries called Nuclear Family. It's about this family, these moms, this lesbian couple made their family in the 80s. Donna Lee, I know. I mean, it's getting dramatic. It's getting very dramatic. But so each one wanted to carry. So the first one went. They found a friend of a friend found a gay friend of hers, and they used that guy. That was their first sperm donor. Then the second woman went, and they found a different gay man and used him. And they had they had two girls, and everything was great. And then the girls started asking about their donor. And so they decided, well, we can bring the guys into their lives, not as a father figure, but as just a part of the extended family. And it worked out really well until it didn't. And that's all I'm going to tell you. My mom, yes, Sue, you wear plaid all the time. It is definitely a lesbian thing, but anybody can wear plaid, no problem. But if you guys haven't watched this, it's really. Oh, Donna Lee, you remember when it was in the news? Yeah, because there was a whole trial. Because I don't want to ruin it for you, but it goes south, as some of these stories sometimes do, which you guys have heard on our show. What is Sage saying? I would genuinely pay for a talk show where Jamie just explains TV shows to me because I get distracted. Listen, I was just wondering myself as I was trying to shoot a video for something else that I was doing, wondering, do I have ADHD? I get sidetracked like it's my job, y'all. But that show is good. You should watch it. Watch it tonight. It's and it's real people, and they're just telling their stories, and I very much enjoyed it, very, very much. Anybody have any more questions? Because I'm high and dry up here. I'm all by my lonesome. Tell your friends to join and just ask questions. Would you like to know anything about my family? Let's see. My wife and I have two children, a 7-year-old and a 3-year-old. Mom, it's HBO. You got to watch it on HBO, which I think you can get through Hulu if you have Hulu, which I don't think you have, but you got to find it. HBO, check it out. And my 3-year-old was having a lot of time going into the school, but for the past 10 days, it's been glorious and golden, which has been nice. Anybody have any back to school woes? Back to school worries? I mean, how many of you, I have a question. How many of you are like really good friends with your mom friends? Just wondering. Because I'm pretty good friends with the mom friends, but sometimes it gets a little dicey. You know what I mean? Okay. How's Rose doing with the school year? She's doing actually really great. Like Rose has more problems with the social. She's very social. So it's all about the social for her. And so if she's having problems with her friends, it affects her whole life. Donna Lee, I think you should make this a musical version of anybody want to hear a song? Should I sing for you? I'm just kidding. I think we would lose people because I sing very loud. And that sometimes is not fun for people to hear. So, oh geez, you guys, this is, I don't know. It might just be me. Robin just said, look, I'm telling you what Robin said. Okay, the last person just went in front of her. I mean, this is a virtual audition. This is what we do now. It's virtual auditions. She's sitting in her room on the computer waiting to be brought into a virtual room. It's just crazy, these things. It's crazy. So anything else you guys want to know? I don't know what to say. This is so Thanks, Sage. Sage, true fact, Sage it was between the names Rose and Sage for our daughter, because Sage is the name I've always wanted to name my kid. I've always loved that name. I grew up with a little girl named Sage, and I always thought it was such a pretty name. And I got my wife on board to Sage, because she wasn't into it at first, and I got her on board. I worked the whole pregnancy long, and then by the time our daughter was born, she was more sold on Sage than I was, and I was a little more sold on Rose. And then what happened was Rose came out a red, angry child. She was very red, and she was not happy. She was not happy to be in the world in the very beginning. And so she was named Rose. That's why we ended up with Rose. And then we thought about doing the middle name Sage, but we just didn't. You know what I want to? You know what middle name I want to give my kid now? They don't have middle names. We decided not to because we hyphenated their last names. Tell me if this sounds ridiculous. I want to name my kid. I want Rose's middle name to be Khaleesi because I love Game of Thrones so much. Rose Khaleesi Kelton Woods. Doesn't that sound cool? I think it sounds cool. And Orion. Oh, I had one for him, but now I forgot what it was. Orion. Who's a character in Game of Thrones that it would work? Michelle, thank you so much. Like, we didn't want to cancel on you guys, so here I am all by my lonesome. I don't even know where Romaine is. She might not be able to make it in, so it's just me. So we can just dish the dirt on Romaine if we want to. Not that I have that much to dish. She did talk about in her episode. Romaine is waiting for you. Where? She's not in the waiting room. I don't know where Romaine is, but she's not in this one. Let me see if I can share the link. Maybe it's a different link. Uh-oh. Let me see if I can share this. Oh, wait, Robin's here. Wait, you were there a second ago. What happened? You guys, stick with me. Do whatever you're doing on the side, but don't leave me. Whatever you do, don't leave me. I'm sending this to Robin to send to Romaine because I don't see anybody in our waiting room. Ay. And she was just there. That's so weird. Where you at, Romaine? I love that you guys are sticking with me. This is amazing. Oh, right. Rose Khaleesi Kelton Woods. I think that's badass too. And she doesn't have to tell anybody what her middle name is. It can just be our little secret. Maybe I'll just add it to her birth certificate and tell her when she's 20. Just kidding. I wouldn't do that. I know how important it is to be upfront with your kids from the start. What's happening? Okay. She shared the live stream link with Romaine. So hopefully Romaine will get her butt in here. Good question, Mom. Helen, I feel like Helen just always wants me to fail. That's what I think because she's pieced. She's not even anywhere to be found and nowhere to be found. Helen, come back. Ay. If Romaine says word one, ask her about their new mixer. Oh God, word one Abkutek. I don't even know. Am I reading that right, Brian? I don't even get it. I don't get it. And Robin, I think it's a cool name. Rose Khaleesi. Daenerys. Should I say Rose Daenerys, Kelton Woods? Oh my God, you guys. I love Game of Thrones. You guys like Game of Thrones? I don't know. About tech. Oh, okay, Brian, about tech. If she says one word about tech, ask her about her new mixer. Ooh, I can't wait. Did you guys hear about Romaine? When she was on our episode, she was talking about trying to have another baby, and they were going to use one of those dildos, for lack of a better word, that shoots the sperm out. Here she is. Here she is. Oh my God, Romaine!
Hello, hello, hello.
You're here. Oh my God, Romaine! I have been flying by the seat of my pants, all by my lonesome self.
I'm so sorry to keep you hanging. I had issues. I don't know what was wrong.
Everybody said, listen, I feel like I think Mercury is seriously in retrograde because nothing I do is going the right way lately. Like all week, there is something in the universe that is making things not so bueno. But Romaine,
yes,
I was just telling everybody about how last time we spoke to you, you were talking about using one of those poppers.
Oh yeah. The dildos, the pop dildos.
Tell us about the pop dildos and tell us how that went.
It was an adventure in a lot of things. Mm-hmm. So in some ways I liked it, in some ways I hated it. Sorry, I'm adjusting my mics. Here's the problem that we had. Once you press the little bulb thing to expel semen.
Yeah. And it really expels it?
It does. Then you have to keep it held. Otherwise, if you unlift your fingers, what's going to happen?
It comes back?
Right. It's going to be like...
Oh my God. Ew.
Right. Which is the opposite of what you want. No. And then, so there were a lot of... how can I put this? Oh, that's better. Hold on. I got to change the way I'm talking into this mic. Anyway, so there was a lot of experimenting and trying to figure it out. And it was crazy town.
And that sperm is not cheap. I mean,
no. So we tried several times, and we had the attitude of if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We'll live.
I remember that.
And so obviously, I will just say it has not worked, which is common, especially for someone my age. And we still have two vials on ice. I don't know.
So Wait, how old are you? Can I ask you how old you are?
Old enough to be like, is this really the right idea now?
I think it's the right idea. So, I think it's an amazing idea.
I mean, we may just get crazy one day and just use the last two vials. There's almost like a fear about it that's like, well, if we use them, then it's done. Yeah, we're not buying more, and like this is it. Like, so I don't know what's going to ultimately happen. I think one day we're just going to use it on a whim and call it a day. But
just do it like when you're feeling it. Is it this? It's not the same donor from before, is it?
It is. Oh yeah.
Oh my! So you've had this on ice for a while.
Oh yeah.
Oh, now I'm remembering.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll wait and see. I think it'll happen or it won't. I don't honestly at this point. I know this is the wrong thing to say, but I don't care. Like if it happens, great. And if it doesn't, well, then it just wasn't meant to be. And
Robin says to stick them in there. Robin says to just go for it. Look, we have like ghost Robin coming in here. I mean, really, Robin, go do your audition. I'm just kidding. So, anyway. She also says, Romaine, my wife says she loves you.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, Mary. Everybody loves Mary. Mary's really the best. Now I'm really pissing Robin off. Just kidding. She knows it too. Okay, so now we do have to talk about one little thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I knew this was coming. I told Derek beforehand. He goes, "So are you going on this live stream so they can just stick it to you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, more or less." I said, "But you know what? If you dish it, you got to be able to take it. Like that's kind of just how it's got to be."
Oh my God. Listen, I'll tell you this, Romaine. Yeah. Let's look at Robin. She's dishing it. See, I'm not the disher.
You're the nice one, is what I'm hearing. Is that what I'm hearing?
I am the nice one. But
Yeah.
Michelle, Robin, Michelle says good luck. Everybody says good luck to you.
Wow.
So, okay. So we really 100% we were like the weekend before. We usually like make little videos around the awards, and we'll like make a video when the awards happening. This time we said, are we doing something for this? Oh, absolutely not. We're not winning this. Romaine is winning this. Derek and Romaine have this in the bag. It's done. And we didn't plan on doing anything. We were like, for sure, we knew you were winning. So I don't know what happened.
Can I be honest? So we were nominated in, are you ready? 5 categories.
I thought it was 2.
No. So, well, it wasn't. So we had DNR Studios as the best listening platform, our studios that we run. We had female host for Derek and Romaine. We had LGBTQ. We had People's Choice Award that we were nominated in. And then the 5th one was for a podcast that the studios produced called the Cam Girl Chronicles. So we were nominated in 5 categories. Would you like to know how many we won?
How many?
Oh 0. My God. You know what? So we were just like blown out of the water. Yeah.
I know what happened. Your listeners got spread too thin.
No, okay. So I'm just going to say this. So we had 3 shows in the LGBT category that all air on DNR Studios Network. You guys,
right. You guys are like
the Adam Sank show.
Empire.
Yeah. And then our show. So I do think that there is some, as we grow and expand and we add new shows and people are, discovering other shows on the network that we love. Obviously we love you guys. So, and as the listeners discovered, I think that, I feel like, maybe our listeners are like, you know what, let's spread the love around and let's vote for a number of different shows, which I think is wonderful. It's the whole reason why we do this. So, and I'm going to just say right now, if I was going to lose to anyone, I'm glad it was you ladies, because I actually really like you and I love your show.
Well, thank you. Romaine.
Yeah.
And the feeling is mutual. Likewise.
Yeah.
I have this, like, you guys, you blew us away when you invited us after we lost that first time, after you beat the pants off us, because we were so new to this whole thing and we had no idea what these awards were and anything. Like, you were so gracious, and you did that with everybody that you won against, which was really nice. And when we first won, I said to Robin, we need to do that. And we were like, yeah, we should do that.
Yeah.
And we didn't do it. We did reach out to people, but we didn't have them on the show and so we still need to do that. And I really want to, because everybody that's in the category that's up there.
Oh no, there's some excellent shows in the category, honestly. And every year I look to it and I'm like, oh, is there anyone here I can steal to put on the network? Because I do like expanding and trying different shows and things like that. So although I will say the Gayish podcast, I think now is going to be coming for both of us, because they were talking shade about us before we even lost. They were talking shade. Now they're going to start talking shade about you, which frankly, I'm okay with that.
Oh, they're totally. I mean, we've talked to those boys a couple times, and like they're friendly with them.
We like those guys.
I mean, it's all friendly competition. As long as one of us wins, we're all happy. It's still, we're all in the same family. So it's not that. Okay, Robin has to clarify. We had the Gayish guys on. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We did.
Okay. Well, that's good. They're lovely guys. We like them a lot. They're very nice. And they do an excellent show, and people should check it out because it's great.
No, it is. It's really fun. And they have a fun social media game that they play. It's fun. They have some fun posts.
Yeah.
Romaine, did you know that tomorrow is National Lesbians Day?
Do I get an award for that at least? Maybe.
I'll make you one. I'll have my 7-year-old make you something.
I would like an official Lesbian Day award. That would be wonderful.
That sounds fun.
Did you know that there's a lesbian flag?
I don't know what it looks like. And Robin says, no, we're not making you.
Thanks, Robin. I feel the love.
I mean, I can't control her.
I know. She's a wild woman, that one. No, but there's a lesbian flag. I did not know this. My child told me this. It's like pinks and purples and like weird shades. And I was like, why do we need our own freaking flag? Like, how many flags does this community need? It's too many.
Everybody needs their flag. There's so many flags now, and now we just have to rock all the flags.
I'm just a fag with a flag.
You are 12. A flag or 20, however many there are. It's good that everybody gets their representation, and then they do the thing, and it's really fun. I appreciate it.
I have an all-inclusive gay flag now that's got like the trans and the new black and brown and tan stripes.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I like that. I like this new flag. I hang it proudly at my house, and I put one up last summer during the pandemic, and then all of a sudden, all throughout my neighborhood, all these pride flags started popping up. And I live in the middle of nowhere, by the way. And I was like, who are all these homosexuals that live in my neighborhood? I had no idea.
They were, what? They're probably just supporting you because you're loved.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Lovely.
Like, it takes one to make a difference. And then people were like, oh, somebody has the pride flag. Let me put one up too. Who knows? That's great, though.
Yeah.
Donna Lee, I'll give you a Lifetime Achievement Award. I think you earned it. I think it's owed to you. But look, Brian says that I'm supposed to ask you about your new mixer.
Okay, so you said you were having tech issues this week. I installed a new mixer in our studio on Friday night, and I have wanted to drop kick it to the moon all week.
Oh no, what happened?
It just was not playing nice, and I got really frustrated. Last night I had an on-air meltdown where I literally lost my mind on the air. Which never happens, by the way. I rarely do this. So I really did lose my mind.
What does that look like? What does that look like, Romaine? Is that you crying or is that you screaming?
It was a lot of like, I got no F's to give and I don't care anymore. And my co-host, who I love, Derek, was giving me a lot of shade. And I'm like, you're not being supportive. You're not helping with your bad attitude. And I'm like, I'm like, no one appreciates what I bring to the table. And by the way, nobody else can do what I do. And I'm like, so maybe you all should just suck it. Like, it was like that. It was a lot like that.
Mm-hmm. I get it, but I don't, because that's Robin. That's the Robin in my partnership. Mm-hmm. So if I were to have to take charge of mixers and technical things, we'd be in big trouble. Huge trouble. So
I mean, I've met you, so yes, I agree with that.
How dare you, Romaine?
I only speak the truth.
That's fine. Listen, Sage, I'm telling you, Helen is MIA. Helen is out at the bar, smoking some cigarettes, drinking. She knew that I was going to be on my own, and she was like, hey, let me see how this goes.
That's not nice when they set you up like that.
No, Helen's out there. Helen's not real. You know that, right, Romaine?
I think I did know that. It's like our first intern that we had here at the studios named Casper.
Exactly. Never work. Casper's a good one. Casper's good.
And we also have a Nicole who the listeners called in and said, hey, we want to hear more of Nicole. And we're like, we don't know who that is.
That's not nobody.
Yeah. Like, we'd love to put more Nicole on the air, but we don't know her.
She doesn't exist. I'm sorry. That's funny. That's actually hilarious. Romaine, I want to know the dynamics because you are co-hosts, and you both own this. Like, you started it together. Like,
yes,
you're very similar.
Yeah, we're like work husband and wife. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. We are married, and we didn't plan to be with this person.
Yes.
So, what is it like for you? Do you guys fight? How do you guys resolve issues? Tell me.
Okay, so we have to get along on the air 5 days a week. So if we're gonna have a fight, it's gonna be yelling and screaming, get it all out in a moment. And then when it's over, when the fight is over, when we're done yelling and screaming, it's done. Like that, it's done. I think Derek and I have the healthiest relationship that I have in my life, because you have no choice but to get it out, say your piece, and then walk away and move on, because you cannot hold resentments. You cannot hold on to anger, or you won't be able to like each other on the air. And it's kind of important that we like each other.
Right. I mean, that's the whole, that's the thing. Like, we have a ping pong thing that we do, and it works out really well. But if it can't go wrong, or that's the end of it. And it's all about that dynamic. And so I totally feel you. It's like, it's no joke. It's hard. Do you fight with Derek more than you fight with your wife?
No, I fight with him a lot less, actually.
Oh, really?
I tend to, with Derek, let it all build up. And then I only let it out like once every so often. That way, When it happens, there's a big fight and then it's over. Whereas my wife, I just let it out all the time. I'm like, I don't even care. So I'm definitely nicer to Derek in that I only yell at him when I'm really mad at him.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Yeah, Robin and I have this thing where we have a pact now that we have to tell one another if we're feeling any kind of way.
Okay.
Feeling some kind of way, as the kids say. Because if we do the whole waiting to let it boil over, one of us will just blow up, and then it doesn't get pretty. It doesn't ever get to a pretty place.
Derek and I have had a couple of full on screaming at each other fights, like screaming at each other.
Oh my God.
And they're epic. But we've also had like a couple like small, like we had a small one a few weeks ago where it was just, I had asked him to do something. He thought it was stupid that I asked him to do it, and he was annoyed by it. And then I was like, calm down, I'll do it. I thought it would make more sense if you did it. And then it was like a whole thing. And then he ended up being wrong about something, but he didn't want to admit that he was wrong. It was a whole moment. And it was like, and I'm just like,
Yeah, we have those. We have those. The little ones, and sometimes they lead to big ones. We've had to learn to like extend grace to each other for certain things. And I feel like I've learned so much about relationships just having this particular business relationship.
When you work close together, it's a lot.
And when it's something that you really, really care about, like we care, like you guys care about your show, and we care so much about this and sharing the stories, the stakes are really high to make sure that you work it out. It's like a whole thing. So I want to ask you something, Romaine. Have you watched Nuclear Family yet?
I have not watched it. Someone just called in about it on the show last night, I want to say. So I do have it on my list of things to watch because I hear it's crazy. And I want to watch it.
It gets crazy. Like, it starts off, you think this is going to be like, oh, yay, this is going to be an uplifting story, and it's lesbians, and they have kids. And then, you guys, shit hits the fan. The things that can go wrong, go wrong. And the things that can go wrong in the 80s go wrong. That's all I'm going to say there.
Yep.
But that just got dropped in the end of the second episode, which I was like, oh, now we're going to go there? Oh my God.
But just this week, I was talking to a friend of mine, and I just want to say this to all of the people out there. Protect, and this goes to you, Jamie, because you took a while on yours. Protect your parental rights. Like, get your second parent adoption. Get this stuff done. I got a second parent adoption for Iris because I wanted to protect her from my worst instincts. That was what it was about. Like, if we ever got divorced, I wanted her protected from me. And I have a friend going through a divorce right now, they have 3 kids. 2 of them have second parent adoptions on them, but the third one didn't. And like, it's been crazy. They're like, well, we don't need to do it again. It's so expensive. And it's like, no, you gotta do this.
You have to. You just never know.
You never know. People do crazy things, and sometimes they, when you like each other, you got to protect each other while you like each other, because sometimes you get to a point where you don't like each other very much.
That's good advice. That's a good point, Romaine. That's a good point. And you know what? You said you were one of the only people we've talked to on our show who, this is on another topic here, who said you absolutely never, ever, ever want to know your donor. You don't want anything to do with them.
Nope.
And that is a unique view. I mean, there have been some, but for the most part, a lot of folks we talk to are like, yeah, I'd be open to it maybe in the future. You are a hard no.
No, I'm a hard no. And it makes me mad because I feel like that may be taken away from us with all these 23andMe and things like that. Make, genetics and finding your biological family members easier. So for me, it was just like, listen, Iris and I are having a kid together. I don't need this other person at any point in time coming in and, asking if we did it right or did it wrong or having any kind of judgment. And I wasn't having a baby with a third person. I was having a child with my wife. We were her parents, and we were going to be the ones raising Romy. And so, I just didn't need that. I just didn't need that other person in any way or capacity. And neither does Romy, by the way.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
So Romy, because we've asked Romy at many points, like, do you want to know anything about your donor? Because we have all the information for Romy, should you ever want to know. Romy has zero interest, like zero interest in knowing anything about their donor. And Romy's like, no, because it was just a donor. You're my parents.
I love that.
I think we made the right choice.
I mean, first of all, I love that you just like made your choice and you stick with it and you stick to your guns and you don't care what anybody thinks. And that's just kind of how you roll, which I love, which is great. Everybody should be that way. But then also, you're lucky that Romy feels the same way and everything is like,
and who knows, maybe something will change somewhere down the road. I mean, Romy's only 14, but I think, we've just kind of always been really, really honest with Romy about everything. And we've given Romy like the freedom to make up their own mind about what they want to know, what they don't want to know, and even like how Romy talks about us with their peers. Like we give Romy a lot of freedom to tell their story the way they want to. And we don't give guidance unless asked.
That's great. I think that you could do your own parenting show.
Oh God, I don't know about that. My parenting style is crazy. And I mean, because we're big believers in like total honesty in my household.
No, that's what I love.
I mean, but then sometimes I'm like, are we too honest?
No, I don't think so. Because actually we talked to Romy and Romy is a very, very well put together individual. Like it was so fun interviewing them. It was great. And so, I think you guys are doing an excellent job.
Well, thank you.
And I think that every time I hear you talk about parenting, I get little nuggets. Not gonna lie, I need to hear things. I need to hear things from you about.
Well, anytime you wanna pick my brain, you're more than welcome to.
Okay, that sounds great. I will do that. We will get together. But I know you do have to go soon, don't you? Or are you?
I do. I have to. I gotta go get ready for my live show. It's starting in 20 minutes.
Oh my God. Okay, go get your. You don't drink coffee, do you?
I mean, only in the morning. If I drink it in the afternoon, I get crazy on the air.
All right. Well, go do what you need to do. Everybody go join the DNR show if you can.
Yep. DNRstudios.com.
DNRstudios.com. Anywhere else people can find you?
You can find us at DerekandRomaine.com. You can find us, just search DNR show anywhere and you can find us for Derek and Romaine stuff. But really, people should check out DNRstudios.com. That's where they can find shows like If These Ovaries Could Talk, Derek and Romaine, Adam Sank, I Love My Wife. I mean, we have so many great shows that people will love. So go check it out. You can subscribe and you'll love it.
There's all kinds of wonderful content. They're like an empire of fun, queer life. It's just the best. You guys are amazing. We are so proud and happy to know you. And also glad we beat you.
There's always next year.
And Sage says that this discourse we're having about the donor and the donors is helping her make her decisions.
Well, good. I mean, really think about it. I mean, and it might you might be honest with yourself. I think, if you really are honest with yourself and what you really want, I think the answer becomes very clear.
Yeah. I think I think that some people are better at doing that than others. Like you're good at doing that. For me, I never know what I want.
Well, you want to win, right?
Oh, I always want to win, but I'm always like, but I can see this side, but I can see that. I'm wishy-washy, and I
understand.
It's part of my character. It is what it is. I don't know what to say about it, but okay, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna stay here and see if Robin shows up.
Well, I hope she does.
I don't even know. I don't know where she is. She's in the audition for all I know. She's probably an audition for a vacuum or something.
Oh,
she's
God.
Like pushing a vacuum back and forth. I don't know,
Well, do have fun. And thank you for letting me join you. Even if it was just to say, ha ha, we beat you.
Yes, it was so much more than that. I love it. I love it so much.
Me too.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Bye.
Bye, Romaine. Thanks again. We'll see you soon. All right, guys. Oh my God.
Is it over?
She's here. Oh my God. Wait, did Romaine leave?
Oh my God. It's hard not to take that personally.
I hate you.
Amy, that was so stressful for you.
It's been, look at my hair. It's been great.
The best part is
it's been really fun. How'd your audition go?
it was good. I was like leaving, and then I would come back, and as soon as they announced who was next and it wasn't me, I would come back in, and then I'd see you like, in the first 2 times you were like, and so I was born in a log cabin.
No, I was telling them about my kids. I don't know. I'm so everybody was stayed with us. You guys stayed with us. I'm so super happy. And then Romaine was great. So she was awesome.
She is the best. Oh nice. Hold on. I'm parched. I'm parched just watching you jump up and down, Jamie. You were literally like, I'm dancing as fast as I can.
I almost started singing. I have a lot of respect for those solo talk show hosts at this point. But I need like a band guy and like.
Listen, Jamie, I want to tell you,
McMahon.
You nailed it. You were running the tech. You were running the whole thing. You did a wonderful job. You should be quite proud.
I really did it all. Is there anything you want to talk about, Robin? Since I've just talked about everything, People's Choice Podcast Awards.
I mean, I would like to say I'm thrilled we won. I'd like to say I'm thrilled we won. Although I have to say, now that Romaine's gone, I can say this. I always live in fear of beating her because I know her. And I mean, she's going to come back at us like 100 times harder.
Oh, I know.
Because she does not like to lose. And now
tough.
We're tied at 2. And you know, her ultimate goal is if you get 5 in a row, the category gets renamed after you.
Oh, in a row?
No, it doesn't have to be in a row, just 5.
You said in a row. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Okay. I mean, if you win 5 times, the category gets renamed after you. And that's her whole goal.
Well, we'll see what happens. I think Romaine is nicer to me than she is to you, though. She was very sweet with me.
She's nice to me. We just have like a little banter. I like
it. Oh, I know. Anybody have anything you want to ask Robin or tell Robin that I did an amazing job on or anything like that?
I mean, you did an amazing job. I saw it. I did you see this is Sage who I met in the parking lot?
Yes. Oh, that's the Sage.
This is Sage.
I mean, there aren't that many Sages in the world.
She's our new best friend.
I know. Thanks for being here, Sage. And also, did you see? Before we say goodbye, because it's been a while, Robin. It's been. I take after my mom. Yes. What? Jamie did great. Thank you so much, Sage. Now we're both controlling it. There can only be one controller.
Huh? No, I was trying to let you relax because you.
Oh no! I'm having fun with the controls.
Okay, you keep going then. Keep going.
Nuclear Family. What were your thoughts? Have you watched? How much have you watched?
I watched a good portion of the first episode.
Okay.
And I found myself just really wanting to be like, how did this happen? It reminded me a little of our Hugh and Justin episode recently. Like, just like you have an agreement and then all of a sudden you end up in court. But then it was just like such a nice fabric of like a lesbian family too. It's beautiful what I've seen so far.
It's beautiful. It gets pretty crazy. It gets a little crazier. And in
terms of the lawsuit?
Well, the lawsuit gets crazy. And then what they just dropped at the end of the second one is even crazier. It's going to go somewhere like that only the 80s go, if you know what I'm saying.
Cocaine?
No, the other thing that happened in the 80s.
AIDS?
Yeah. But I didn't want to say, I didn't want to ruin it, although I'd said it so many times. But you need to read these things. Jamie deserves a raise.
Jamie gets a 25% raise. 25% of nothing is nothing.
We literally make nothing.
Nothing.
But Donnelly, I really appreciate that. I just love it. Sage, of course. I wish I was there with you, Sage, when you ran into Robin. It feels weird that I wasn't there, but whatever.
The best is she was like, how's Jamie? Like you were back at the hotel, and I was like, that was weird. I was like, only weird. It wasn't weird that she said it. It was just weird that it was like, I was going to know what Jamie was up to. Like, she was my wife. And I was like, and then I made a weird face, like, she's good? I was like, she's not with me.
Oh my God. Hello from Skyline Frankfurt. Wow. Hi. Gosh.
Oh my God. Wait, look at Kim, who's going to be on a future episode. Just said she's going to be binging us from
thanks,
Kim. Jimmy,
okay.
You held it down.
I tried to hold it down. I'm wearing flannel. Maybe that's the trick. I'm wearing flannel because of the video we made for tomorrow.
Oh, it's going to be so good. I mean, Mary came home with the cat. Like she had, in the middle of the day, like this day's been so crazy. She had to take the cat to the vet, and she came in, and I was like, "Hold on." I was like, "Put this flannel on and sit next to me on the couch." And she was like, "What is happening?" I was like, "Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it."
Here's what you guys can do for us. We're always asking you to do things. So we're making this video for National Lesbian Day for tomorrow. Just do us a favor, like it and share it.
And then when you're done, go rate and review our book, rate and review the podcast.
Exactly.
Follow us on all the platforms.
Exactly. Speaking of rate and review, look at this. Look at how I'm just handling these banners.
Jamie, you got business. I got
business to handle. I got business to deal. Okay, so I do think we do need to say goodbye because it's been 50 minutes, and that's a long live stream. I was like, oh God, I'm gonna say goodbye to Romaine, and then I'm gonna be like, whoa, ho hum de.
Every time I came in, you were still alone. I was like, oh shit. I could have done that audition took so long. I could have done the live stream and then just popped off. I could have.
What were you like? Was it an audition for a vacuum? That's
no.
What I
Do you want to know what the audition was for? A podcast producer. It was for a podcast producer.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah, but it was like a podcast producer for like in a world where women are dominant over men.
Wow.
I was like, give it.
You need to book that.
I don't know. There was a lot of women in that waiting room. There was like 7 of us. We'll see. Listen,
competition.
This business, man. We just do. I was like Googling the other actors, and I was like, do they have more credits than me? I was like, Robin, you're getting insane. Fucking just focus on your lines.
I wouldn't do that. That would just give me anxiety.
Normally, they're not in the waiting room, and then I couldn't stop myself.
Oh, I wouldn't do it. All right.
Okay.
We have to thank California Cryobank.
They're not actually sponsors for this one.
Well, they've been very, very sponsory and helpful. So anyway. They've been sponsory and helpful, and we appreciate them. And they gave us our sperm to make the babies. So
one more shout out to Jamie for holding it down. Let me do my audition. You really nailed it.
I mean,
congratulations. That was not easy.
I mean, really, my mom says applause. I'm in applause. That's that song.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. All
right. We gotta go.
On that note.
Oh my God. All right. Shall we say goodbye?
We should.
Eggs.
Ovaries.
Ow. Thanks for sticking with us, guys.